This was the week where President Biden called for new efforts to vaccinate Americans by targeting neighborhoods and communities and saying that vaccinations might have to happen door to door in what sounds like the hardest DoorDash to deliver ever. Just like being met with the McCloskeys. Not even half the American population is vaccinated against COVID-19, and Biden had hoped to get 70% of Americans vaccinated by July 4th. Obviously, that came and went. Vaccination rates are slowing down to, a trickle. They're sort of flatlining. And the right is looking at that fact and celebrating it. CPAC happened this last weekend, and here's how one speaker framed the government missing the vaccination goal.
Clearly, they were hoping, the government was hoping, that they could sort of sucker 90% of the population into getting vaccinated, and it isn't happening, right? There's younger people are well aware of what the risks really are, and they're well aware of the side effect profile of the vaccine.
We're gonna die. That guy is vaccinated, as is everyone on the stage. Like, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who he is, but he's vaccinated. You can sort of see him kind of like get the talking point through. Like, he thought they were gonna dupe us. Don't touch me. Don't get anywhere near me, please.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. I feel it makes me angry because, as you said, I guarantee this person and all the people on the stage are vaccinated, and they're truly selling this to a populace who is already at risk. It's really like so dangerous. The fact that they're applauding it, like, yeah, you guys are probably all gonna die, like an unnecessary painful death away from your family members, woohoo! Like, the fact that you could be so callous to be, I mean, it just is really sad. I feel bad for anybody who is misled by these charlatans, and the fact that they are able to like bolster their own pockets and bolster their own platforms by selling people's own deaths to them is really just sad. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing new to see CPAC cheering death, but it is refreshing to see them cheering white death for a change. Like, I don't know if I've seen that before. That's an interesting move, but it is. Yeah, like you said, everyone on that stage is vaxxed. Everyone at Fox News to be in that building is vaxxed.
Yes.
Donald Trump got vaxxed out the door. And like, if you think something is dangerous about the vaccine, this is what I told everybody when the vax first started, then everyone in Beverly Hills wouldn't have gotten it first.
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone in Beverly Hills was like paying their doctors to like jump the line. And I'm like, okay, the vaccine's safe. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if influencers in California are like fighting to jump to the front of the line.
We can't lose our influencers.
No, protect them. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, okay. So there was more from CPAC. This was from Colorado Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, of course. Good old Lauren. She's putting on quite a show. She's really giving Ted Cruz a run for his money. Listen to what she says here.
We're here to tell government, we don't want your benefits. We don't want your welfare. Don't come knocking on my door with your Fauci Ouchie. You leave us the hell alone.
Fauci Ouchie. Fauci Ouchie is like actually pretty. That's like a pretty good pun. A pretty like that sounds like if Pantsuit Nation directed porn for liberals, you know? Like, jab me, Dr. Zaddy. Yes, so funny. Fauci Ouchie. And also, like, you know, and AOC tweeted about this. She's also like heralding the fact that like, we're gonna cut your benefits. We don't want it. That
part was tasty. Like, straight up saying like, we don't want anything ever. We don't want retirement. We don't want Social Security. I'm like, okay.
We don't want to live in a society. I mean, that's sort of what, like, again, I kind of feel like the conservative mentality, like, already was in quarantine. Like, they love the idea of never seeing people, mistrusting everyone, never hugging anyone. Like, that's their MO, you know?
Yeah. About that clip, I think it was Dave Holmes on Twitter said that her whole like stature in that clip seemed like she stayed up late watching an old Chris Rock routine. Yes. It was just like, got a lot of ideas.
She's got the stage presence. She's got the headset.
Yes.
I mean, she's pacing the floor, man.
Yeah, yeah.
For type 5.
Yeah.
She just like rolls up in her leather jacket, you know, just walking back and forth.
Hickory dickory dock. You're not giving me the shot.
Oh my God, yeah. I want more rhymes. Like, I want her to be, what is it, Andrew Dice Clay? Like,
Yes, that's it.
Bring a stool out.
I didn't see her gun is the only thing. But I'm sure it was there somewhere.
That's a closer.
That is totally a closer. Oh my God. Fire. Obviously, you know, look, it's not just coming from the right. There's also questions on mainstream news, like this from John Dickerson of CNN, who had Dr. Anthony Fauci on and basically was like maybe people aren't getting vaccinated because you're making them feel bad. What do you guys think? Take a look.
I'm going to get to the science of the Delta variant in a minute, but let's stay on this question for a moment and ask you about human psychology. You say the facts are hitting people between the eyes. Is it possible that people are a little scared, a little nervous, and the more facts they hear, they don't hear evidence. What they hear is, you're a dummy for not getting this. And that essentially people feel insulted when the evidence is presented as if it should be clearly obvious to any normal person, and that all that does is put them back in their corner.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of that. Like, maybe, could it be, here's another question. Could it be that an anti-science fascist ran the country for 4 years and sowed a bunch of mistrust in pretty much every institution that we hold dear, then defunded the World Health Organization, then lied about whether the COVID was even real or not, then got COVID himself, then got vaccinated, didn't tell anyone he got vaccinated, and here we are. Lickety split.
I mean,
we're in the dark ages.
We've tried free Krispy Kreme donuts. I don't know what else we can do.
More Krispy Kreme donuts, clearly.
Oh, always the answer.
I feel like he was attempting to ask a good question, which is, do facts even matter? Which is not a bad question, right? It's like, yes, all the evidence is there, but, you know.
I mean, I have entertained the thought, like, maybe we need a new guy. Maybe Fauci has so much baggage at this point that, because, you know, you can't even talk. Fauci, we should not know this guy's name this much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone knows who Fauci is now, and that's insane.
Yeah.
He's the head medicine guy. Like, I mean, I guess we knew C. Everett Koop and the lady who told us to masturbate that we fired, but yeah, we fired that lady for saying masturbation was good. Let's get Fauci in there, get like a new guy that everyone likes. Get McConaughey. People are talking about McConaughey. Yeah. Get McConaughey in there. You'll get Texas vaxxed. That's a huge number right there. I
mean, the other thing is, like, if you're a liberal, if you're a leftist and you're like, you know, because my instinct is also like, so unvaccinated people are the ones who are dying. Right wingers are the ones who are dying. You know, there will be less of them. They're already trying to suppress our vote. Now they're suppressing their own vote. Like, it is ridiculous. The strategy makes no sense. If you're trying to increase your base, if you're trying to maintain your base, you're literally killing your base. Why should we care about the unvaccinated people? But of course, I can't say that because then I am a heartless, you know, bloodthirsty socialist. And only one of those things is true. Maybe two.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great question. I almost would want to push back on the question being asked in that interview that you showed, because I would say the majority of the public health professionals that I have heard talking to people about vaccines and why they should get vaccinated, they really stress the idea that, like, it's okay to have questions. It's okay to be hesitant. Yeah. Here's the information. I have not seen what he is describing where public health experts are like, hey, you morons, don't you know that vaccines are safe, blah, blah, blah. They probably deep down wish they could say that. They probably wish they could say a lot of things. But from what I have seen public health officials saying, hey, it's okay to be hesitant. It's okay to have questions. What can we do to make you feel safe? What information do you need? What questions do you have? I have not seen this thing that he's describing where people where public health professionals are like shaming people who have like legitimate good faith questions about vaccination. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, they act like Fauci and Biden are going to go door to door and just roast people in their homes.
Right. First of all, your house is ugly. Your whole house is damn.
What's going on here?
I got good news for both of you. You can both do better. Hey.
I love your Andrew Dice Clay impression, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Agree. Very good. Okay, so maybe if facts aren't the way, and we know no one's being shamed, but if facts make you feel shame, then I don't know what are we talking about anymore? Hey, thanks so much for watching the Bitchuation Room podcast live stream. And while you're here, why don't you just subscribe to this channel? I promise it'll be good.